Hello everybody, welcome to the collection. My name is Barsace, and today we're going to be doing a classic gin and vodka martini. It really comes down to preference as far as whether you would like gin or vodka, and there's also a bunch of different adjustments you can make from there to the preference of how you would like to drink. We're going to go with the classics though, and then talk a little bit from there. So we'll start with the vodka. It's going to be 2.5 ounces. And to make it easy, it's actually going to be the same exact pour for the gin. Like I said before, 2.5 ounces for the gin. All right. After that, we move on to the vermouth side. So we're using a dry vermouth for martinis specifically. And in traditional standards, we're only using 1/2 ounce on each. Where this comes into play is when guests ask for a drier martini, you are reducing the amount of vermouth that you would use. So typically I take it in 1/4 ounce portions. If I have a guest ask me for a dry martini, I'll do 1/4 ounce. If I ask them for an extra dry martini, I just do no vermouth. So essentially, if you want to think about it, it's a straight up spirit. So we'll start with the classic, which is 1/2 ounce of dry vermouth. So within both glasses, we have 2.5 ounces of vodka and gin, and then also the 1/2 ounce of dry vermouth to go with. Another thing that you can do to martinis is taking the dirty portion of the cocktail. If it's me, I'm doing the omission of the vermouth with the inclusion of the olive juice to go into the martini. So we would start at 1/2 ounce is extra dirty, and then below that would be dirty, which is 1/4 ounce for the martinis. After that, we're gonna add our ice to the cocktail. You can do your martinis as well, shaken or stirred. If it is just ordered straight up, it's always going to be stirred. It is due to the fact that there's only spirit within this cocktail. You're not including any citrus or simple syrup or ginger syrup, whatever type of sugar that we would be talking about. If you've seen some of the other videos, you will notice that I've brought up the ability to stir the spoon. What you're going to use is your pointer finger and thumb to twirl with the middle finger guiding that. All right, after we're done stirring that up, we're gonna get our glassware ready. So typically for me, I'm going to do olives with my vodka martini. I'm gonna get that ready in the glassware here. I'm using Castelvolturno olives. They're absolutely delicious. Personally, they're my preference to use into these martinis as well. And then in the gin martini, I'm gonna do a twist. The biggest reason why I'm choosing those two is because the gin martini, you really want to let the botanicals kind of play the star in the show, and you get a little bit of that nice residual sweetness coming from the vermouth, and it really plays well. The vodka style, it's a neutral grain spirit, so you really want to let the olives kind of play a little bit of a part to give you a nice acidic tang to it. After that, we will take our strainer, pour the vodka over the top here. Then we're going to pour our gin. So we're going to take the glass, pour that over the top here. And that's all the information you need to make a perfect martini. Enjoy.